Hello everyone, this is Vanshika Tainwala, legal intern under Lexis and Company for the month of June, and in this video I will be talking about the pendency problem of Indian courts. So I will be talking about this video the pending cases, the causes of the pending cases, the need for improvement of these pending cases, and the way forward. What can we do to solve this problem? So, in this COVID phase, we all have seen how the health sector has fallen catastrophically, and we have seen the economy groan and crumble. So, besides these, the judicial system is not far behind, as the pendency of cases in India has risen to a huge extent, and this has not been getting solved by any means. So, the economic slump, which is caused by lockdown, has also exaggerated the situation because of the default in debts and deliverables. So these are the reasons why the cases have been pending during the lockdown even. So today I will be talking about how the courts have not been in physical presence since March 2020. So since March 2020, due to the lockdown, the courts were shut down, and from that time till now, the courts have not been in a physically hearing at a full-fledged basis. It is hearing only the urgent and extreme matters at physical hearings, and rest all on virtual basis. But has this virtual hearing been successful? So the answer is no, because not everyone is familiarized with this digital age concept. The education sector is going a bit okay, but the judicial system is not that okay, because not every lawyer, not every one is comfortable with this digital system, and even the process of the courts gets dismantled in between due to this digital communication between the judges and the clients. So due to this, the between the two phases of India, between the two waves which we suffered in India, the dual axis hybrid system was followed, which wherein some hearings were to be taken physical, such as extreme bail matters and everything, rape matters, they were heard physically, and the rest of the matters were heard on a dial basis, on a virtual basis. So at present, the pendency has been risen before the Supreme Court at the rate of 10.35%, and at High Court 20.5%, and at district level 18.2%. The pendency has been risen due to the COVID situation. So when the lockdown of 2020 was declared, there was approx 3.68 crores pending at the Indian judiciary, which has now come to approx 4.42 crores. And when the courts will open, this amount will get risen to 5 crores. So 5 crores pending cases in India, wherein if we compare to UK and US, India has only 17 judges per million population. So there are 17 judges for 1 million population. So in UK and US, there are 107 judges per million population, and in UK there are 51 judges per million population. So this is the ratio wherein India is lacking very behind. So the pendency cases of India, it is because due to the vacancies, the sanction strength is high and the vacancies are more. So the vacancies need to be get filled, and the non-filling of vacancies lead to the increase in pendency of the cases at the subordinate level only. So the courts are working below their sanction strength. Example of High Court, under High Courts as of 2017, 403 vacancies have been there out of the sanctioned strength of 1079 judges. But still there are no filling of vacancies, and similarly subordinate courts have 5676 vacancies out of the sanctioned strength of 22,704 judges. So the unfilled vacancies in both judicial and non-judicial officers have been taken into account. So due to all these reasons, the pendency of cases is not being able to cope up. So coming on to the solutions which we can offer in order to cope up with the solution. So the superior courts have basically cited two basic solutions for this problem. First is the digital functioning, and second is the procedural revamping. So what is digital functioning? So there must be digitalized mode of everything. For example, when we go to court, everything is on a written basis and on a handwritten. So this takes a lot of time. The judges dictate each and everything to the typewriter. He types each and everything, and then the judgment is taken. So these all methods should be done on a most fast and easy basis, so that the cases are cleared out on a subordinate stage only, and there are less cases on the Supreme Court. There must be very urgent and very important cases should be there on the higher courts and the Supreme Courts. So the most basic cases which we see in the subordinate courts only. So the yawning digital divide between the countries, practitioners and clients, between cities and those of outside should be improved, and the overcoming the hurdles of the digital infrastructure should be taken into account. And second is the procedural revamping. The procedural quick fixes are the easiest to accomplish, so that the judgments are taken easily. So the procedural shortcuts can also be problematic, and they can alter the rights of citizens, and it may cause uncertainties in the law. So as per the recommendation of the 15th Finance Commission, and as per the India Justice Report 2020, they have raised the issues and have suggested ways to earmark and deploy the funds. There is also an opportunity to correct the historical differences and historical inequalities, such as women judges. The women judges should be appointed at the subordinate level as well as the Supreme Court level. We see very less judges at the Supreme Court level. So by appointing more judges at the subordinate level can be a solution to these pending cases. So strengthening and supporting the subordinate judiciary is the main route in order to solve this problem. So if we need justice to be meaningful in years to come, we should be focusing on this problem, and I suppose and I hope that the Supreme Court will take a decision on this very soon. Thank you for listening.